Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. And for your viewing pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the Ultimate Racing League. This is their Tuesday evening series, and it is the Deltona. It's a one-make series, ladies and gentlemen, in the Lancia Delta Integrale. And highbrow. You know, we're going all highbrow. This car was an absolute weapon when it was originally released in the rally scene. So much, I believe, they had to ban the category. They had to stop what we were doing because things are going absolutely crazy. Someone's going to die situation. And the Lancia Delta, it broke rally. And it's burnt its name forever in its history. And these guys are taking it out for a single-make series, single-ish make. Although I do believe we are all Lancia'd up today with no Toyotas or Peugeots in sight, I believe. But don't count on it. I'll tell you the championship. We've had 2 rounds, so we're starting to see a pattern. And, we'll look into that. So after Blue Moon Bay and Tokyo Central, the table looks like Wadey, the Mad Dio Double G, is at the top on 83 points, which is no surprise because he has absolutely hit the ground running in the Lancia. Silly Shot is in second on 58 points, with Niggle in third on 54 points, tight. Then we've got Slowpoke in fourth, also on 54 points, tighter still. And then we have Hodgie on 50 points in fifth. Then C. Brownie is sixth on 46 points, with Declan 7th on 43 points. Dude Bell is 8th on 33 points. Carlsberg 9th on 32 points. Firepower is 10th on 27 points. Phaser is 11th on 23 points, but he missed Tokyo. 23 points, sorry. And the Saint is in 12th on 15 points, ladies and gentlemen. So with round 3, and they are finally using the Lancia Delta what it was born to do, ladies and gentlemen. We are having a rally cross situation. Does that not make you feel a little hard if you're male, or a little damp if you're female? It's got to. It has got to. These cars are way out of control, and we're going to a track that has no control. You do the math and tell me that doesn't equal chaos. So, ladies and gentlemen, and also the weirdest thing that I have learned today I was this many days old when I found this out, is that you can't do the camera behind the car thing, which is what I use to walk around the grid. It's only fixed pictures. There is no walking around the grid, ladies and gentlemen, which breaks my tiny little heart a little bit. So we're going to do the grid walk very differently, I guess. We're going to give it a go anyway. It's going to be an absolute, like the race that is going to come, or the 3 sprint races that we are just about to envisage. It's the grid walk's going to be chaotic. Vodka Rob in the chat saying good evening, and Vodka Rob saying I love this track layout. Good stuff. Right then, let's see if I can do this right. Here we go then. So on pole position, our championship leader, it's the Mad Dio Double G. It's Wayne G. Second place, ladies and gentlemen, it is the Niggle. And he is certainly becoming quite a niggle in the Mad Dog's life at the moment. Hodgie is our man on third on the grid, ladies and gentlemen. This is menacing, man. Now, what a view. What an absolute view. Look at that. That is cracking. Look at them all lined up, ready to go. So, Hodgie, third on your grid. Then we've got the Brownie. He is sitting in fourth place, ladies and gentlemen. Carlsberg. No, that's not Carlsberg. That's Slowpoke. Sorry. Slowpoke in fifth place. And remember, Hodgie, Slowpoke, and is it Niggle, all vying for positions in that championship table. It is absolutely tight as a duck's rear derriere. Then in sixth place, it's Carlsberg, ladies and gentlemen. I jumped the gun, just like your papa, and got excited. But I'm excited nonetheless. Carlsberg, sixth on the grid. Looks like Carlsberg knows how to sling Delta when he needs to. Phaser is seventh, ladies and gents. Phaser sitting seventh on the grid with Silly Shot. Silly Shot was up there, and he's also in that title fight, down in eighth place. So Silly Shot obviously prefers the hard grey stuff than the slushy brown stuff. And who wouldn't? But slushy shot, Silly Shot, at the moment languishing, one would say, down in eighth place. Firepower in ninth, ahead of Hawkeye, who is in 10th, and Sid the Sloth joins us, ladies and gentlemen, from wherever he has been. And it is great to see the Sloth back on track. Beautiful stuff. I'd like to see your car more, but we'll see it in the replay. Sloth man. So, oh, for Pete's sakes, that's the person I want. That's the camera I need. And this is, they're all on dirt tyres, but I think you probably have to be on dirt tyres to do this track, in all fairness. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, that was it wasn't as dirty and messy as I thought it would be. We got through that quite clean. Better than what they're going to get through the first corner, I tell thee. What is this? Some sort of pit lane? They're not even on track, are they? I don't know. Maybe that's why I couldn't do the walk around, because they're not even on the racetrack yet. Is it a rolling start? I thought this... No, this is a standing start. I'm sure it is. I heard the lights. Let's go back a bit just to make sure. All right, then. Whatever this is, let's enjoy it. Yeah, it's a standing start, surely. And here they go. Oh, Niggle a bit slow, and Hodgie. And my word, Brownie was on it from the minute the lights changed. But Niggle coming back now. The Mad Dog has dashed, ladies and gentlemen. And now on to the dirty stuff. Brownie then in third, giving it the sideways sling as a Silly Shot. Hodgie falls back a little bit, and Silly Shot fell right to the back there. Unfortunately, I think he got reset, unfortunately. The Mad Dog there in the lead with Niggle chasing him down. Brownie there in third after a great start. Carlsberg has absolutely shot up the ranks, and he's now in fourth place, heading down the podium positions. Hodgie slipping down into fifth, with Slowpoke also being dragged down with the Hodgster in sixth. And again, back onto the mud stuff. Phaser in seventh. We got Firepower in eighth. Hawkeye in ninth, chasing down Sid the Sloth just behind Hawkeye, and he's ahead of Silly Shot, who's picked up a humongous, naughty boy kind of penalty. Waney and Niggle duke it out, ladies and gentlemen. Sat alongside the Niggle. Look how tight the track is as they whip this one around. And this is going to be a crazy 15 minutes, and Niggle having a look up the inside of the Mad Dio Double G to see if there was anything going, and there was not. But these two seem to have broken away from the rest of the pack. And Brownie now under pressure from the Hodge. The Hodge is coming in to the chat now. He enters chat, but there's a lot of smoke around. Tyre smoke galore as Carlsberg slinging it. Look at him slinging it, ladies and gentlemen. Did someone slip down? It was the Brownie. Brownie, obviously, that's where all that smoke was coming from, and Brownie is losing decorum right now as Slowpoke makes his way through, and so does the Hodge, and they're going to try and lean on Carlsberg, but Carlsberg is slinging Delta, ladies and gentlemen. He's slinging it absolutely wide and far. Waney under the pressure of Nigel, but Nigel's slipping back, and Nigel's picked up a penalty because he's a very naughty boy. And now Carlsberg again with all of that. Those good job no tyre wears on. Hey. Because someone is lighting up the tyres on the grey stuff. And Hodgie really is putting the pressure on Carlsberg now, as Carlsberg tries to make the Lancia as wide as he possibly can to keep Hodgie behind. But Hodgie is a force to be reckoned with at the best of times and makes the move. Unbelievable, he goes a bit wide, and Carlsberg maintains, ladies and gentlemen, his third place. Unbelievable stuff here as we get some absolute cracking sideways action. Oh, now he's hit the wall. Is that not going to knock him down? No, it's not. Hodgie still behind. Hodgie driving it like a race car, and Carlsberg is driving it like a rally car. Nigel then in second, chasing down the Mad Dog, but the Mad Dog has left the building. Hodgie there in fourth with Brownie now. He's ahead of the Poke of Slowpoke, finding his mud wheels, and there he goes up through against the Brownie. And oh no, Carlsberg slipped down as well. No, it was the Brownie went in. Slowpoke went up against the Brownies, and Slowpoke giving it some handbrake around that turn there, and so he should. And Carlsberg back up and into third place as the Hodge and the Berg are going toe to toe, man oh man. And yes. Brownie then closing in on this action. Carlsberg gapping out that area. Nigel trying to chase down the Mad Dog, but the Mad Dog, it will not be chased. Sid the Sloth in 11th at the moment, finding his Lancia feet. These are a car to be learnt. Phaser down in 10th with half a second penalty, giving it big balls around the hairpin. That's what I like to see, sir. Silly Shot up to 9th. It looked like his race was done and dusted, but he's going up against the Hawk of Eye, and Hawkeye there getting it a little bit wrong over the corner, giving Silly Shot an opportunity around the outside of the hairpin now, switching it around a little bit and getting it under there on the inside of Hawkeye. Hawkeye then giving it big balls though, and that's what I like to see. Beautiful stuff, eh? Oh God, I'm smiling from ear to ear. This stuff is fantastic. Firepower then holding on to that 7, but Silly Shot coming in hot there. Silly Shot a little hot there, and it looked to me like Firepower paid the price with a little nudge off of the road, and Hawkeye back on the road as Silly Shot makes his way through, but he may have the stewards wanting a word about that. I don't think it was on purpose. I just think that the braking was late, or later than Firepower's. Firepower back on track though, and still plenty of racing to go. We're only 5 minutes in this crazy crusade of nonsense as these guys try and navigate around such a tight and twisty little rallycross track. With a mixture of surfaces, it is beautiful. So Firepower then making his way as Phaser chases him down, but Phaser again has been a very naughty boy, and he has a penalty. Hawkeye there in 8th with Silly Shot also being a naughty boy, and he's paid his penalty though, and Phaser's got the 1 seconder, so Firepower should get a bit of breathing space now as Phaser pays the penalty. Waney the Mad Dog, not even Mad Dog has been the best behaved boy today, as he also is claiming a penalty, but he's got a good distance from Nigel also being quite naughty. I think it's the Lancia. You can't help but be naughty in a Delta, ladies and gents. Carlsberg, maybe he's the only good boy out there, in 3rd place at the moment, being chased down by the Brownie. We've lost our Hodge. The Hodge is down in 6th now, giving the Poke of Slow. No, I don't think that was Slowpoke, was it? No, I think they've just lapped one of it could be Sid the Sloth. So Hodgie down in 6th now, behind the Poke of Slow, and Carlsberg now down behind Brownie. Brownie is on a tear, ladies and gentlemen. The Brownmeister, the Brown Streak, they call him, and that's why he's the Brownie, because when you put him on the brown, he's always good. Carlsberg though does make his way back up into 3rd place as Brownie languishes on the green stuff instead of the brown stuff, and now we're back on the grey stuff. And YouTube's algorithm trying to cut this down, trying to work out if I'm doing some weird coded drug thing. Wayne the Mad Dog, this was epic. Hi dude, hi Wayne. And Vodka Rob saying, hey Wayne. So Slowpoke then closing in on the Brownster now as Carlsberg is driving beyond what all of our expectations are. And look at him skidding around. I love it. I absolutely love it, man. It's fantastic stuff. Why are we not doing this track every week in these cars? My good golly gosh. So the Mad Dog then making his way around, and man alive, he has got some distance. He can make some mistakes if he wanted, but he doesn't. It's not the way he's built. Niggle chasing down, never know. You never know what may happen. You don't know, never know. And Carlsberg in third. He's got a bit of distance from the Brownster because the poke is he's poking the Brown. Slowpoke poking the Brown. Exclusive here on Thingamajig Racing Channel. Spread the word. You saw the poke. Slowpoke poked the Brown. I want a t-shirt, a URL t-shirt saying I poked the Brown. So Slowpoke then going up against the Brown. The Brown's out wide. And Brownie. Okay, Brownie, sorry. Brownie then having a slice with the wall, and Slowpoke up and into fourth place now, chasing down Carlsberg. I thought he kicked the habit, but he's still chasing that Carlsberg, ladies and gents. Hodgie then in sixth, and my word, there was almost a certainty of a podium on the go here for the Hodge Meister, and he'll be wanting to claim that back. Still with plenty of time of racing, by my calculator, it's 6 minutes. And yeah, anything can happen in the next 6 minutes. Even the Mad Dog could lose all of the lead. They're catching up with the back of the pack now, and that really is going to throw a spanner in the works, trying to circumnavigate around back markers on a muddy track. Good luck. As you can see, the Mad Dog at the moment, there's nothing Phaser can do. Oh, Phaser gives it, overcooks it in the hairpin, but I was here for it and I loved it. Phaser picking up a penalty then. This is a problem around here with the penalties. I mean, why is there track limits, for heaven's sakes? It's mud. I think it might be hitting walls. Isn't helpful. But it's beautiful to see. So Phaser carrying that penalty, but he is ahead of the firepower. Hawkeye in 8th place. Hawkeye having an absolute cracker of a race at the moment. A little far back from Silly Shot, who is trying to make up time. Silly Shot not off to the best of starts in this race. He's, what, second in the championship by 4 points, being chased by Niggle and Slowpoke. And yeah, it looks like they may catch him in this race, but there is 3 races to go. Well, 2 more after this. So this might not be this one, but there is 2 other chances afterwards to make up good points on Slowpoke and the Hodgie, and Carlsberg seems to be a new player. Niggle all by himself in second, hoping that the Mad Dog trips up over some of the back markers, but he's cleared them now. Phaser was the last one, and he has left him for dead. Phaser did have that 1 second penalty there. As you see Sid the Sloth slam it into the wall on the other side of the track there. Beautiful. It's great. Niggle in second place then, chasing him down with Carlsberg tentatively in that third, but he's got the hairpin nailed. No, he hasn't. The Brownie from absolutely nowhere slings it in there, catches the Carlsberg out somewhat, and leaves him to play with Slowpoke. Here, you deal with Slowpoke, I'll have third for a bit. And Carlsberg absolutely giving it his rally-esque, best rally-esque driving there he possibly can. And the Brownster now up and into third place as they make their way through the hairpin. Slowpoke chasing him down, as is Carlsberg from third to fifth. Painful, ladies and gents. Hodgie there, wanting to get back into the action. Silly Shot in seventh, a little bit further back from these guys, but he's got Hawkeye. Yeah, Hawkeye, he's probably pretty safe from Hawkeye. Firepower's got himself ahead of Phaser. We saw Phaser had a hefty 1 second penalty, and it's been enough for Phaser to get himself back up, and Phaser again, it looks like he's carrying him on an elastic band. I love it. Absolutely love it. This is why I got excited about the Lanciers, man. This is fantastic stuff as Phaser and Firepower go at it, and Firepower ghosting, unfortunately, because I don't know if Phaser would have made the move without the ghost. Hawkeye in 8th. He's just trying to keep it tidy. He's quite a way ahead of the battle between Phaser and Firepower. Sid the Sloth finding himself in a wall there as Wayne the Mad Dio Double G goes through. And the Mad Dog just having fun with his lead now, ladies and gentlemen. And Niggle some way back from him. And yeah, I think now Wayne, he's got enough of a lead. Feels comfortable now to give it a lot of sideways action. And look at him go. The Mad Dio Double G. Niggle looks pretty safe in 3rd now, this in 2nd. 3rd place though, Carlsberg's back. Carlsberg is back. He's got himself past the poke of slow, and now he's giving Brownie a lot to think about as we enter the last 2 minutes of racing here. And Brownie and Carlsberg go man oh man to give it some big welly. They get air over the bridge, ladies and gentlemen. Slowpoke following them round with Hodgie trying to get back in that action as well. Fantastic stuff. Brownie on the edge of his seat, trying to maintain that 3rd podium place ahead of Carlsberg, and Carlsberg has been menacing. Oh, ho, ho! That was a little, I'm not sure. My gosh, I'm sure by accident, but Carlsberg, oh no, that button. Carlsberg absolutely sent Brownie into the barrier there, and I'm sure, like I said, not on purpose. They're racing hard. He's sliding, look. He's still sliding, he's pointing, and boom! Oh, I don't even know if he did, you know. I don't know if you did, but that's unfortunate. It might be a racing incident. But Carlsberg back in 3rd, and oh my word, Brownie must be absolutely... He's making up new swear words. I'm sure of it after that. Carlsberg in 3rd, Slowpoke in 4th, Hodgie now in 5th, and a podium is on for anyone who wants it, except for Brownie, who went into a barrier and he's probably still quite peed off. Nifty in the chat saying, evening thingy, evening chat. What in the slidey sideways goeth on? I know, it's the Lancia Deltas, it's the Deltona, and I love it when we get some action in the mud. So the Mad Dog out there in the lead, absolutely slinging Deltona. Niggle in 2nd. He's now come across the back markers that Mad Dog had to deal with. Oh, look at it. It's so nice. Carlsberg is going for gold against the poke of slow. Carlsberg in 3rd, Slowpoke in 4th. I think Carlsberg already did it, didn't he? Because he did the brown. He did the brown dirty. I don't think it was dirty. I honestly think it was a race, because Carlsberg was in the middle of a slide and then he just straightened up and aimed for the corner, which he'd already made the move. Oh, silly shots crossed the line. Are we that far through? Oh no, I don't know where anyone is. Silly shots crossed the line. The Mad Dog crosses the line? No, not yet. Other people have though. Hawkeye has. Sorry, I'm not going to get to see you cross the line, but it's all over the place. And I don't know where the line is, to tell you the truth. I think it's just round that last corner. Niggle's already finished now. All right. Let me work this out. So Hawkeye has crossed. Firepower will be next. There we go. I know where we are now. Firepower crossing the line with Niggle crossing the line there in 2nd. So the next one will be Carlsberg for 3rd place. Will it though? Slowpoke's having a sniff at the line, and Carlsberg just about gets across with 4th going to Slowpoke. Hodgie in 5th. Brownie in 6th. Is that the Mad Dog there in the lead? Mad Dog takes the win. Last across the line though. Hey, last across the line. Hoo-wee! Rinse me down, ladies and gentlemen. I am wet. In the chat then, we've got Niggle saying, evening gents, hope you're well. This was great fun, to be honest. Delta doing what it does best, sideways action. Yes, amen to that. I have seen the light, ladies and gentlemen. The Lancia Delta Intragale. What a race. So the Mad Dog takes all the spoils again. He is unstoppable. Last season we saw a different Mad Dog in the, what was it, the Jaguar? He wasn't quite getting the action until the end, but in the Lancia Delta, he has hit the ground running and seems to be untouchable. Absolutely untouchable out there in the Delta. Nigel gave him a good run for his money, and Nigel picking up a good second place in this. Good points ahead of Carlsberg, who was the black sheep today. And I was here for it. That's great. Well done to Carlsberg. That was a great drive. Great drive. I mean, you know, there might be some things need viewing. I don't. I mean, I'm not a steward, and I'm not great at calling it. I don't think. Well, it definitely wasn't on purpose, but it was just unfortunate for Brownie. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time, in my opinion. But I'm not a steward, like I say, so it's lucky for me. But Carlsberg, if you keep that third, well done, man. That was a great third. Well driven. Well driven. Slowpoke in fourth, gave it his all, ladies and gentlemen, and had every chance of that podium as well, as did the Hodgemeister and Brownie. Unbelievable battling between third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Silly Shot had issues early on in the race and just had to get his head down and see how far up the pack he could get. And seventh is the best he probably would have got anyway. Hawkeye, not in, but he didn't do great qualifying. So Silly Shot, I think, still getting to terms with the Deltona in the slushy stuff. Hawkeye, a fine drive for 8th place there. Kept it clean, kept out of trouble, and came home with some good points haulage. Firepower absolutely slammed it, and he still did phaser in the end. So great stuff from Firepower. We saw Firepower. He got a little nudge earlier in the race, went a little wide, and he had to come back. He got himself back ahead of Phaser. So Firepower, small victories you have to take from these races sometimes. Phaser, he looked like he was having fun, but he's not getting many points for the amount of work he had to do. And Sid the Sloth there in 11th, just coming to terms with the car. His first round, it is a baptism of fire coming in a rallycross track, after they've already just done 2 tarmac races rounds in the Lancia. Nifty says, looked great fun. I tried some rally in VR for the first time last night. Had to lie down in a darkened room afterwards. Yes, you don't want to spin too often or sideways too much in VR, I imagine. Right, race 2 then, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to have some more of that goodness. Big up to Phaser for sharing the replays. But this is like, they're 2 weeks behind. They're already done round 4, I believe. I think. Race 2. Now, don't look at the next bit. It's a spoiler. And who wants spoilers? So the 3 sprint format we're going with, dirt tyres, and it's just all-out racing, ladies and gentlemen, and it is big fun. Big fun. It's fun that should be illegal, but they can't find a way to say why it's illegal, because it's not bad for your health in any kind of way whatsoever. So Sid the Sloth is starting on the pole with, not that pole, but he's starting on pole position. Phaser in second, with Firepower starting in third. And I'll tell you what, the way we saw that race 1 go, it could be anyone's. Anyone could take the win here. They've all got as good a chance as each other. Hawkeye, I mean, the track is a great leveler. Hawkeye in fourth, with Silly Shot in fifth. We've got Brownie starting sixth. Hodgie starting in 7th, Slowpoke starting in 8th, Carlsberg starting in 9th, Nigel starting in 10th, and the Mad Dio Double G starts at the back in 11th. Let's not waste no more time because we need this racing in our lives right now. It's a go for race 2, ladies and gentlemen. Sid the Sloth leads them away, but Phaser's having a sniff up the inside, and Phaser makes an early move, but he's out on the mud. He's out on the mud, and it's not that kind of track. This is the tarmac part. The mud comes later, and Sid the Sloth then gets a getaway, but he goes a little bit wide with his slide, and he's out there with Silly Shot. Silly Shot trying to ride the wall around the corner, as is Sid the Sloth, and Firepower goes out in the lead and shows them how to do it as he comes down to the hairpin, the double apex hairpin, and a beautiful move there from Firepower as Phaser there in second, Silly Shot in third place, looming large in the Phaser's mirrors as Hodgie up to fourth already, but Sid the Sloth still in the action. Do not count him out as the Hodge Meister, and I saw someone going wide. No, I did not. Firepower, yeah, it might have been Phaser because Silly Shot is up into second. Firepower still leads them around as he goes through the hairpin. He's picked up a penalty, and Sid the Sloth's come in hard there, and it's a big old mess as they come out of the corner, and it's Slowpoke who has taken it up and into second place, with Silly Shot slipping down to third, Hodgie in fourth, and then we've got Brownie in the action as well in fifth. Niggle is sixth, Hawkeye seventh, Mad Dog is down in eighth with Carlsberg in ninth. Sid the Sloth is now in 10th with Phaser down in 11th, and Phaser not taking to the track whatsoever. Slowpoke now in the lead. Firepower has lost the lead there, and he's nearly going to lose third place. He's out wide, and Hodgie is up and through. Hodgie up and through, and Slowpoke now out there in control. Slowpoke in control of the race, but Silly Shot's going for a look. Silly Shot seeing if there's any space there. There was no space. Slowpoke goes through as Silly Shot chases him down. Hodgie there in third. We've got Brownie being harassed and harangued by the Mad Dog, but the Mad Dog's been a very naughty boy, and Niggle's chasing him down, but he loses a bit in that corner as he goes a little bit wide. Then behind them we've got Firepower and Carlsberg going toe to toe, and Carlsberg comes ahead. Carlsberg in 7th place, and he's chasing down those leaders, ladies and gentlemen, as Niggle tries to change down Waney. And my good golly gosh, this racing is absolutely on the edge of your seat. Silly Shot is now in the lead as he hits the barrier. He gives Hodgie half a chance, but Hodgie's playing with Slowpoke, who's got a penalty, and Hodgie then is chasing down Silly Shot. Silly Shot goes a little the hairpin got Silly Shot. He came to a total standstill, and Hodgie slid into him. It was amazing to see, and I can't keep up with this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my words. Hodgie then mixing it up in the front end there with Brownie right behind him, and he's got Slowpoke just ahead as Silly Shot tries to get away, and and we've got, is that the Mad Dog? The Mad Dog hit the barrier hard there and came to a total standstill. Carlsberg up to 6th place. We've got Firepower down in 8th, Hawkeye in 9th, Phaser in 10th, and Sid the Sloth in 11th, chasing him down. We've got Silly Shot out there in the lead with Hodgie in 2nd, Brownie in 3rd, and Silly Shot his handbrake turns, they're just not as smooth, but they're working, he's staying ahead. Just looks like he comes almost to a standstill, whereas we've seen the others slide through him a little bit nicer, but no, Silly Shot, he's still in the lead, so who am I to suggest that his handbrake turns aren't as good as any other handbrake turns. That was beautiful, you see. Absolutely delicious. Hodgie then trying to make his way through with Brownie now with it. He's been a naughty boy. He's got 1 second penalty, and Slowpoke chasing him down. Is he going to pay the penalty now? He's got to carry it for the lap. Slowpoke there in 4th place, and Silly Shot getting away. Slowpoke in 4th, Niggle in 5th. We've got the Mad Dog though. The Mad Dog has come back bigger and badder as ever, as Carlsberg has been a naughty boy. He slid down to 7th, Firepower in 8th, Hawkeye chasing down the Firepower in his Lancia. It's an amazing sight to see these two, all of these cars going to battle. Phaser in 10th with Sid the Sloth, a very naughty boy, 1.5 second penalty. Silly Shot then trying to do his best impression of Wayne G out there in the lead and trying to leave the pack behind, but Hodgie, whom is a very naughty boy, is chasing him down with a 1 second penalty. Now we've got a load of people paying penalties, and Nichols up to third. Brownie's just paid a penalty. Slowpoke's paid a penalty. I imagine Mad Dog hasn't. So the Brown moves up and into 4th place, menacingly there against the Niggle. Niggle in 3rd again, but he's been a naughty boy for some reason. I'm not seeing where they're getting the penalties from. It's crazy. I think they just every now and again they say, let's give him a penalty for fun. So Silly Shot being harassed and harangued by Hodgie, and Hodgie picking up a 1 second penalty for his trouble. Silly Shot then out there in the lead. Hodgie just about to pay a penalty. Niggle in 3rd, being chased by the Brownie. And Slowpoke Air is in 5th with the Mad D-O-double-G in 6th. And that's who we are going to sit on board with for at least maybe a lap. Or we're halfway through a lap as it is. But I want to get a good feel for this track, because I have no idea where I am. There you go, Brownie. That's what you do. You break out of it. And the Mad Dog then all over the rear derriere of the Camel. Oh, and it looks like he got a bash in as well from the Berg behind, was it, I guess. So it is unintentional bumper cars at the moment out there, and it's crazy, crazy stuff. Is it? No. Carlsberg's nowhere near him. I'm saying Carlsberg's battering him all over the place, but it must be just the Mad Dog's driving. Slowpoke then in 5th, Niggle in 4th. The Brownie now up and into 3rd with Hodgie in 2nd, chasing down Silly Shot. Oh, Silly Shot! Silly Shot hit the barrier off his own bereft. My gosh. Silly Shot, as we were just going into a camera angle, he knocked the barrier. Oh, the pain, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like, I think Brownie may have done something similar as well, giving the barrier a little knock. And Niggle is up and through, and Slowpoke trying. But no, Brownie back through. He can get through that corner. Absolutely cracking, can't he? Niggle in 5th place now as he battles with the Poke and the Brownie. The Brownie, smooth operator on the handbrake. He is, ladies and gents. Absolutely crazy stuff. Silly Shot now chasing the lead he once had as the Hodgemeister tries to put his name at the top of the ranks for the first time this season. Silly Shot in 2nd, Brownie in 3rd, Niggle in 4th. We've got Mad Dog in 5th. We've got Slowpoke in 6th. We've got Carlsberg in 7th. Still in touching distance of the win. We're only halfway through this race, and it is brilliant stuff. Phaser in 8th ahead of Hawkeye. We've had a change at the top, have we? No, Hodgie was leading. Brownie's got himself past Silly Shot. That's the change. I saw it out of the corner of my eye, and oh, Silly Shot's going absolutely crazy through that corner, fast as you like, and Niggle is bringing the game to Silly Shot, and now he's brought the game past Silly Shot. Mad Dog has followed Niggle through, and Silly Shot now slipping down into 5th. He was leading this race at 7.5 minutes into it, so 30 seconds is a huge change. Hodgie then leading the race with the Brown chasing him, but the Brown has been a very naughty boy, and Niggle, Wayne, Silly Shot. Where's Slowpoke? Slowpoke slipped back a lot back. Slowpoke behind Carlsberg now. Carlsberg up into... Oh no, Carlsberg's hit the barrier. Carlsberg has hit the barrier, and Slowpoke with that 1 second penalty, it's all playing back to the Phaser. The Belgium, fastest man on track as well, ladies and gents. Watch out for the Belgian bullet, ladies and gentlemen, is coming through, and he's taking no prisoners. Hawkeye very wide in 9th place with Firepower in 10th, able to see him. Oh no, he's coming up to lap Sid the Sloth. So Hodgie out there in the lead at the moment, no cars by him, and he's just got to keep it smooth and off the barriers, and he's going to be good. Niggle is chasing him though, and he's not that far, but the Mad Dog, his presence is being felt. And he's got through past Niggle. Niggle making a bit of a hash of that corner, but Niggle's coming back at him. He didn't make a hash of it, he just took a different line, and it had a better exit speed than the Mad Dog. So the Mad Dog went in quicker than the Niggle, but the Niggle got out faster. Ladies and gentlemen, that's racing as they come up to put a lap on Sid the Sloth, I'm guessing. Niggle then and the Mad Dog to duo battle again. We're coming up to the 10-minute mark, 5 more minutes of racing, and Brownie some way off with Silly Shot chasing him now. Then we've got Carlsberg in 6th, Slowpoke in 7th, Phaser in 8th, and Hawkeye in 9th. Firepower in 10th, and he's just getting lapped by the leaders as Sid the Sloth tests out the barrier's rigidity. So Hodgie out there in the lead, doing all he can at the moment not to give anything away to Niggle and the Mad Dog. Niggle staying ahead of Wayne M. Oh my gosh, someone's really planted it. Who's that? Oh, Firepower trying to get out of the way of the leaders. Pulled into the alcove there. Hodgie leads, Niggle in 2nd, the Mad Dog in 3rd. They are very close together. We have still got 4.5 minutes of racing to do here. Brownie up to 4th now, ahead of Silly Shot, and Silly Shot are getting attacked by Carlsberg. Carlsberg going in for the move. Carlsberg fancying a piece of Silly Shot, and now Slowpoke slides through as well, and all 3 of them bunch up into the hairpin, and it's Slowpoke who got that turn absolutely nailed and through ahead of Silly Shot, and Carlsberg coming in as well as Slowpoke goes a little wide on the entry of the corner, and but he's safe from the Carlsberg and Silly Shot because they're tripping over each other at the moment in their racing, and Silly Shot absolutely sending it in there. He caught the barrier but it helped him through the corner, but Carlsberg comes out faster. Fantastic stuff as Slowpoke in 5th, just ahead of all of that action. Carlsberg again giving it the big drift, ladies and gentlemen, and he tries to swing it around, and Silly Shot makes his way through, but Silly Shot's picked up a 1.5 second penalty somewhere along the way, so Carlsberg can just sit behind and easily make that spot up. But guess who's coming back? It's not Eminem, ladies and gentlemen, it's Phaser. He has got a 0.5 second penalty, but he has really closed up to these boys in their racing. Slowpoke in 5th, chasing down Brownie, who's been a very naughty boy, in 4th. Mad Dog still in 3rd, chasing the Niggle, very close, and they're chasing Hodgie, extremely close also. This is absolutely nail-biting racing. Niggle may have sent it too hard. No, he's all right. The Mad Dog didn't make it up again. It looks they all take so many different lines, but that one didn't work for Niggle. Niggle really tried to send that one in there, but it didn't work, and the Mad Dog now moves up and into 2nd place, and Hodgie may have just got his bum may have just clenched a little bit more than it did before, seeing that the Mad Dio Double G is in his mirrors. Niggle then in 3rd with the Brownie 4th. Brownie having an absolute cracking couple of rounds so far, up at the sharp end in each of the races. Slowpoke in 5th, staying ahead of Carlsberg. Carlsberg having great rounds as well, almost hit the barrier there, and he's got a feisty racer behind him with Silly Shot. Silly Shot taking no prisoners at all, and we've seen this season, very aggressive driver, not dirty, and he's in the rules. He's just very aggressive. I'd say he's a very aggressive driver. On the cleaner side of driving, he'll put the car in there. He won't knock you off, but he definitely likes to get his nose into the space and dare you to try and block him off, which will cause an accident. So he puts himself in a position where you get the choice of whether or not you're both going off. And it's a great way to race. It's a great style of racing. I like it. It's very frustrating to race against. Hodgie then out there in the lead with the Mad Dog in 2nd. Niggle still keeping track of the situation, not allowing everyone to get away with it. We've got the Brownie in 4th. He's a naughty boy. He's got a penalty, and he's almost mastering that double hairpin, double apex hairpin. Slowpoke in 5th, and he's being chased by the Berg and Silly Shot. In fact, I'm almost tempted to get on board with, well, Phaser is the man on the move, but he's not that close to him now. He was a man on the move, but he's lost a bit of time over the last couple of laps. So, okay, on board with Silly Shot then as he chases down. Oh, Slowpoke looks like he's made a mistake in the hairpin. Carlsberg going on the attack. And Silly Shot is just too far behind to gain anything from that. So, oh, beautiful sideways action. I love it. I love it. I love it. Unbelievable. Again, through the hairpin, flicking the rear end round. It's so much fun. It looks so much fun. So Slowpoke in 5th. Carlsberg. Oh, people are finishing. Hang on. Sorry. Holy moly. Phasers crossed the line. Hawkeye isn't the next. It's Firepower. Sorry. Next across the line in 10th. And God knows, 9th for Hawkeye. That was weird. So Hodgie, is he going to be? Yes, here comes Hodgie. But Niggle's having a look, and Hodgie's got a penalty. He's going to put him behind. Oh, unbelievable. Niggle takes the win. Mad Dog in 2nd. I'm going to have to go back. Sorry, people. But that was, oh, my word. When did he get that penalty? Oh, he's picked it up there, some reason. So Hodgie with half a second penalty, no chance to pay it off on the final lap. Niggle's got himself ahead of the Mad Dog. We saw that Niggle lost that position, and Hodgie, really, there's nothing he can do about it. He's just got to head to the line. And Niggle then around the side there, and Niggle takes the win ahead of the Mad Dog with Hodgie getting that penalty, and Brownie bringing it on home for 4th place. Poor old Hodge. Slowpoke crawling around that final corner. No, that wasn't Slowpoke. Carlsberg gets it. Carlsberg in the final corner gets Slowpoke, and Silly Shot there just about getting around the corner for 7th. That was crazy. Oh, you got to feel for Brownie, man. He crossed the line first. He crossed the line first, but he had a half a second, and there were so many penalties handed out in these last 2 races. I don't even know what they're getting them for anymore. It just seems to be a random thing, and unfortunately for Hodgie, he got a penalty just between the penalty box or the penalty pay area and the flag. So puts him behind Niggle and the Mad Dog. He can take away that he was morally the winner. Well, you know, he kind of crossed the line first, but the penalty did dick him. Somewhat chronic. I imagine he ran out into his garden that night and screamed at the skies, Kaz! So, Niggle, good win. Good win, sir. Good win, sir. Nice. Hey, a couple of corners, he would have had the win anyway, eh? Shall we say? In the chat then, Vodka Rob saying, you get pens really easy here. You do, don't you? Oh, my word. They hand them out like candy at a pedos meeting. Anyway, Niggle leads, Waney 2nd, and Hodgie, unfortunately, put down to 3rd. Brownie in 4th, Carlsberg in 5th, Slowpoke in 6th, Silly Shot in 7th, Phaser in 8th, Hawkeye in 9th, Firepower in 10th, and Sid the Sloth in 11th. Can we take another one? Can we take another 15 minutes of that? It's sometimes too much excitement all in one go can be a little bit detrimental to your health, ladies and gents. So let's just take a moment and think, should we do this? Should we have another hit of this drug? It could send us over the edge. We could go into a coma. We could be mentally scarred for the rest of our lives. We could have a heart attack, thrombosis, I don't know, aneurysm. Anything could happen, and it's the risk. And I'm going to pause this before because I really want you to think before you go ahead into this next segment. I'm telling you for your health and for your sanity that this could be too much. They're into the 3rd and final 15-minute race. They've seen that anyone could take gold here, and you've just got to send it and send it hard. So they're all going to be absolutely slinging deltas in this third and final race. And I just think that it should carry a health warning. And if you proceed any further in this stream, it is on you, and I take no responsibility for anything that may happen from here on in. Okay, we have that agreement. Sid the Sloth is on pole with Firepower in second. We've got Hawkeye in third. Phaser is fourth. Silly Shot is fifth. Slowpoke is sixth. Carlsberg is seventh. Brownie is eighth. Hodgie is ninth. The Mad Dog is in 10th, with Niggle, the winner, in 11th. Now, does it matter what grid they're in? Because it's just like putting them in a big jumbotron by the end of the race. Let's get this on, ladies and gentlemen. 15 minutes of pure fantastical racing. Here we go. Sid the Sloth then out there in the lead against a Firepower, and Hawkeye there sliding deep. What is this? What in the tarnation is this camera? Sid the Sloth still leads, then Silly Shot up to second. Silly Shot's hit the barrier and everyone's hit Silly Shot. Unbelievable. Jeff. Sid the Sloth then in the lead. Brownie now in second, with Slowpoke in third. Firepower in fourth. Mad Dog in fifth. Niggle in sixth. Phaser in seventh. Hodgie's in eighth. Carlsberg's in ninth. And Silly Shot down there in 10th after absolutely being Bonnie Blued. Hitting the barrier and then everyone hitting him up. He has Jesus. Silly Shot then had everyone go through him. Hodgie in 10th and Hawkeye, no, Hodgie's now in 9th, sorry. Oh, Niggle's off the road. Niggle is off the road, and it is, I told you, this could not be good for your health. I warned you. I informed you thusly. So Brownie out there in the lead, Slowpoke in second, Phaser now in third, but he's been a naughty boy. Mad Dog is in fourth place, with Carlsberg up and into fifth. Silly Shot is in sixth. Silly Shot in sixth after being run through by a train of pro sim racers, is now in sixth. It's healed up somewhat. Hodgie in seventh. No, Phaser's slipping. Phaser's hit the barrier. It is Crazy Town. We are in Crazy Town. I told you your sanity would not last throughout this. My gosh. Nifty saying, have you been overexcited by a thingy near you? In that case, you may be entitled to compensation. Call dodgy lawyers for you today. Oh my word. Brownie then out there in the lead with the slow off poke in second. Wayne the Mad D-O-double-G going up against the Berg. And like Titanic, you cannot beat the Berg. Mad Dog beat the Berg. That's what the Titanic needed, is a Mad Dog at the helm. So Wayne then out there in the lead, not in the lead, sorry, he's in third. But Carlsberg in fourth, but someone's dropped the ball, surely. Mad Dog's up, Slowpoke going wide. He had a huge wide on, I saw it. And Carlsberg then closing in on the Slowpoke. Hodgie in fourth place with Silly Shot sideways in the midst of the corner, pointing the wrong way, but got it round in the end, but lost the position to Niggle, who we saw at a standstill earlier in the race. And it looks like Hodgie got caught up on the barrier as Niggle goes wide and Silly Shot tries to make his way through. OMG, ladies and gentlemen, this is some racing right here. We're on board, 7th place, Silly Shot. Brownie leads from the Mad D-O-double-G, and Carlsberg up and into third at the moment. We're on board with Silly Shot, who is in the thick of the action and has been through a trauma on lap 1, turn 2 or something. I don't remember where it was. He may need counselling. Whoa, that barrier comes up quick, doesn't it, Silly Shot? And again, look at them all bunched up. It is beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. An absolute pawn of race cars. Slowpoke has got away from the crowd, and Carlsberg there has everyone breathing down his neck, and Hodgie leaning on him, and Carlsberg still surviving. I can even hear he's turned his radio on. It's lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be the one, somebody to lean on. So Carlsberg there, giving it some big balls with Mad Dog in fourth again. Coming back in the world. Carlsberg going absolutely wide into the corner. And the Mad Dog is right up his chuff. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mad Dog makes the move into the hairpin, and they bounced off of each other, giving Hodgie a clear shot through and up into third place. Carlsberg now is in fourth, and he's been a naughty boy. Silly Shot is coming through. Silly Shot isn't coming through. He's having a look at that barrier as Phaser then makes his way through. Are you making sense of this? It happens too quickly for your brain to knit it together. It's an optical illusion. Brownie, they're not even going round at the same time. It's a time trial. Brownie out there in the lead, and my God, how serene is this? How peaceful is this? 5 minutes into the race, Brownie's just cruising. Oh, it's calm, it's peaceful. Back here we've got Slowpoke as well. He's having quite a serene moment. And then Hodgie there in third, who's been a naughty boy. And then we have the Chaos. Leading back to 8th place for the Mad D-O-double-G. Silly Shot just ahead of it. And Niggle there in 6th place as the Berg holds on to 5th. And Phaser now up and into 4th. And Phaser is the barrier now. It's Phaser's turn to hit the barrier. Couldn't you see that, Phaser? It's quite big. How did you miss that one? So Brown, every time we need to calm things down, we're coming back to the Brown, ladies and gentlemen. We're just chilling out here in the lead. Slowpoke in second, Hodgie trying to close in with Carlsberg now in fourth, Niggle in 5th place with the Mad Dog in 6th, Silly Shot now in 7th, Phaser, and the Mad Dog, Silly Shot's been a naughty boy, in control. Firepower, and we've lost someone. We lost Sid the Sloth. Brownie then in the lead, Slowpoke in 2nd. Deep breaths, people. Deep breaths. We can do this. Nearly halfway. Nifty saying, dancing on dirt, great stuff. Niggle saying, from now on, I'm getting punted from behind by multiple cars, shall be known as getting Bonnie Blued, classic. And Nifty with a laughing face. So Brownie then is out there in the lead, and we're having a nice chill time with Brownie at the moment. Slowpoke, he's okay. Slowpoke going faster than anyone else has ever gone on this track in this race before, and he's doing a beautiful job. He makes it look stylish. Hodgie there in 3rd with Carlsberg in 4th, Niggle in 5th, Wayne the Mad D-O-double-G in 6th, Silly Shot is in 7th with Phaser in 8th. Firepower looking the wrong way and getting on with things in 9th, and Hawkeye in 10th. But the Brown Meister is showing us all how it is done as we get to 7.5 minutes, definitely halfway in this race. And the Brown Meister is absolutely flying. Slowpoke trying to hunt him down. And the Hodge Meister has got a bit of pressure behind with Carlsberg, Niggle and the Mad Dog all coming through. And the Mad Dog then getting a good move done. Oh, Niggle as well. Oh, Niggle's coming back though at the Dog. And my word, ladies and gentlemen, this racing is immense. Niggle now up and into 5th place ahead of Wayne G. Carlsberg having an absolute blinding round. This round, ladies and gentlemen, he has been born to go sideways, has the Berg. And to go sideways he has done this evening. Hodgie in 3rd, he's naughty boy. And Slowpoke in 2nd with the Brown Meister out there. It's nice and serene, calm, collected. Oh, we've got a right batch here. What we got? This lot. That's Silly Shot, Phaser. Firepower's in amongst that one, but I think he's a lap down as Phaser knocks the wall awkwardly, but it helped him round the corner, so nice one. And Phaser then making the moves on Firepower, but I think Firepower is a lap behind. It does seem that way, and Phaser's been a naughty boy. Silly Shot overdriving the Delta. Something chronic this round. and it's been to his detriment, I'm afraid. Slowpoke in 6th. Slowpoke in 6th. He was in 2nd, was he not? Hodgie now up and into 2nd. Oh, sorry, Slow. We're going to have to flick it back. Oh, for heaven's sakes, quite a bit. So, yeah, he was in 2nd. Everything looks all right. Oh, no, too much. Handbrake. And now we get a lovely little pirouette. Thank you very much, Slowpoke. So that's the story of Slowpoke going down from 2nd to 6th. Lots of chat. God Grob saying food time, meat and potato pie, chips and peas and gravy. You definitely need to turn the wheel rotation down for this track. Nifty saying double potato again, Rob. You're a potato monster. God Grob saying I know, right? And Niggle saying audio cutting in and out for me. Anyone else? Oh no, my internet's dying. Oh, a little bit, yeah. Sorry, guys. The internet is what the internet is. We'll keep our fingers crossed. We've only got 5 more minutes of racing. So Brownie then out in the lead. I'm trying not to touch anything. Brownie out in the lead then at the moment with Hodgie in 2nd. And if Hodgie doesn't get a penalty, he might get this one. But Carlsberg again in a podium position. Can he keep it though? I think we've seen him feature in those podium areas during the race, but we've not actually seen him hit on a podium just yet. So Niggle then in 4th place, and the Mad Dio Double G is up and at him. Poor old Niggle hasn't had a breather all the way through. I think I might have been fiddling with my headphone socket thing. So Niggle then, oh Niggle having to deal with the Mad Dio Double G, and I'm telling you, that mad dog's been humping your leg half of this round. Half of this round, and he's going to climax anytime soon. Oh no, no, no! The Niggle caught the barrier. The Niggle caught the barrier. The mad dog is through, and Carlsberg there is in 3rd, behind Hodgie, who's chasing down Brownie at the moment. Niggle, oh my words! And Slowpoke's coming in hard, coming in fast, and coming in very strong, ladies and gents. Niggle has had a knock with the barrier, and he's got to get up to speed as quickly as possible before the poke comes in on the attack. We've got Silly Shot in 7th place, duking it out with Phaser. Are they side by side? They are. This is racing, ladies and gentlemen. Phaser and the shot of Silly is giving it large, and Phaser's made his way up and into 7th place. I'm down on my knees. I got down. I went down to the ground when Niggle hit the barrier. What is wrong with me? I get too involved. Unbelievable stuff. I literally was down on my knees. What is wrong? Silly Shot's gone very wide there, and Phaser there a little bit more safer in that 7th place. Brownie then out there in the lead. Little serenity, please, Brownie. Come on, we need calmness. We need coolness. Oh, this has been a hectic stream at the best. Hodgie then in 2nd place with the Carlsberg in 3rd. Man alive, I've got to go live at 8 o'clock. I didn't realise this stream was going to go on this long. I'm going to have to go from one stream straight into another. Unbelievable. I'm having a fag. Sorry, WRC. I've got to have a fag before we do it. Brownie. Come on, guys. 3 minutes. Let's hurry up. Brownie then out there in the lead, and Hodgie in 2nd, Carlsberg in 3rd. Carlsberg under pressure from the Mad Dio Double G, and Carlsberg's done so much in this round that he deserves to take one of them top 3 steps, and it can't be taken away from him in the last minutes, and he's off the track. Oh, I thought that was it. Has he picked up a penalty? No, not yet. Yes, he has. He's a very naughty boy, and the Mad Dio Double G is teaching him a lesson, ladies and gentlemen, on driving standards and staying between the white lines. And the Mad Dog back in the podium position. Hodgie in 2nd with Brownie out there in the lead. Beautiful stuff. Carlsberg in. Oh, he's come back against. No, he hasn't. It's Niggle. Niggle's in the action as well. I counted Niggle out because I saw him hit a barrier and go plop. But he's back. But he's a naughty boy. Slowpoke, naughty boy. Phaser, he's well behaved. He's okay. He's in 7th at the moment. Silly Shot is in 8th place. Firepower in 9th and Hawkeye in 10th. The Brown Meister, though, is out there in the lead. 13 and a half minutes on the clock. That means there's only a minute and a half left on my abacus. And Brownie, he's got this. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all believe he's got this. Hodgie then in 2nd with the Mad Dio Double G, all up and about his busyness as Carlsberg's dropped off and it has a fight with the Niggle, and there's a back marker. Oh, and it's not even a back marker, there's another car in the midst of the pack that's in the way. No, they're out the way. Oh my word. Brownie out in the lead, Hodgie in 2nd, but he's under pressure from the Mad Dio Double G. Carlsberg in 4th, under pressure from the NIGGLE. Slowpoke, not under pressure from the FAZER. Hello kids, welcome to Learn Your Alphabet with Thingy-Majig. So Brownie out there in the lead at the moment, and we've got 30 seconds until that flagger starts a flying, and it's a flag we can all get behind. It's not divisive, like some people say ours is. Niggle then crossing the line. He's good for another lap. Yeah, oh yeah, we've got Ogres. These guys are easily going to go around again. Phaser then making his way towards the line in 7th spot. Silly Shot, I think it's all over for Silly Shot, and 8th place. It's not around. He's going to round. Was absolutely banging, but I don't know if it's around he's going to be that impressed with. As Firepower then making his way towards the line to finish in 9th place. He's gone a bit wide. Ouch. Turns it around, and I think that's Brownie wins the race. Beautiful stuff. Hodgie in 2nd, just ahead of the Mad Dio Double G. Niggle got himself ahead of Berg. Oh, but he's a naughty boy. He's a naughty boy. He's been put back. Slowpoke goes ahead of the Berg, and Niggle not far back from the Berg. So, and Phaser comes home in 7th. Unbelievable. The Berg, the Christaberg. Never have I seen a woman like I seen tonight. Never was held so bright. Ooh, lady in red. He didn't do that. Wasn't Christaberg, was it? Was that some other Berg? I have no idea. Who cares? I've gone silly. I'm sorry. It broke my brain. The Deltonas and the Cataluna together broke my brain, ladies and gents. Okay, Brownie, well done. Huge congratulations to the Brown Streak with an absolute win. Hodgie there in 2nd place. Great drive from Hodgie. The Mad Dio Double G gets a podium in the end and breaks the dreams of 1,000 hearts out there. One being the poke of Slow, although Slowpoke pulled that 4th out of his anus, didn't he? Because he wasn't there. Niggle and Carlsberg were ahead of him. So Slowpoke should be happy with that 4th. Niggle as well. He got Carlsberg at the end, but he had a penalty, which I think lost him the position to the poke. And Carlsberg was absolutely stitched and ended up in 6th place. Phaser in 7th, Silly Shot in 8th, Firepower in 9th. Oh, we haven't all finished, sorry, God. And Hawkeye just about to cross the line for 10th place. Absolutely super duper. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, ladies and gentlemen, the Deltonas. It doesn't get much better than that, ladies and gents. Well, thank you very much for joining me here at the League Racing channel. And yes, I've got another round of those bad boys to come at some point, so keep an eye out for the streams. If you like this, oh, man, you're going to love the next round. I don't know what the next round is. I'm just saying it because I'm hyping it up. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for everyone in the chat. There was loads of you. I didn't expect it. I bless you all. You are amazing. Let me catch up. So, yeah, Vodka Rob saying, seems okay now. Vodka Rob with all his potatoes. Nifty with a laughing face. Nifty saying, niggle, no. And Vodka Rob saying, smoke and chat. Yeah, in my next stream, I'm going to have to. Nifty said, that sounds like some dodgy phone service, Rob. Vodka Rob saying, laugh. That looked great fun, says Vodka Rob. Nifty saying, great show, great racing, thanks, Thingy. And Vodka Rob giving us love arts and pink waves, which I like. Okay, guys, thank you very much. You were a pleasure. Thank you for watching, joining, doing all the stuff. Thank you for the racers for racing. And thank you to my inspiration. I don't know. I can't think of someone funny now. Jimmy Savile? That's wrong. Turu, peace and love. Peace and love. Bonnie Blue. My inspiration, Bonnie Blue. There you go. That's better. She's a girl that knows what she wants.